King Ladekahn is in sword practice right now. I hope you don't mind walking a little ways to the training yard.
Sword practice? You mean the king actually fights in battle?
Of course. Diadem's monarch also serves as knight captain of our order.
But they say King Ladekahn is still just a boy.
Yes, that's right. His guardian, Gibari, goes through so much grief.
Grief?
Oh, I'm sorry. Pay me no mind.
These men, they're devoted, and look how well they move together.
Oh, you can tell. The Knights of Diadem today are probably the strongest in our history. We've certainly moved up a rung since the late king appointed Gibari instructor. Gibari's roots are as a fisherman, but we all respect him as a knight. I suppose that means the late king chose wisely. Please, this way. I'd wager the Knights of Diadem could stand against anything, even one of those monsters you hear about of late.
So, you know about the monsters?
Yes. Fortunately, there hasn't been a sighting in our kingdom yet. But I have heard of your own Sir Baelheit's exploits, that he's already slain a few of the beasts. Here we are at the training yard. Please, go right on in.
Uncle Ram, we can finish the lesson later. Any minute now they'll be bringing in the day's catch down in Ashira. I can't miss that. Gib, come by when you're done. You better be there.
Sire, come back! We've barely even started!
Don't worry, I won't be long. A king's gotta know his kingdom. Gib, I'll be waiting!
Sire! King Ladekahn! Come back here!
I'm going too, Pop.
Gibari, blast it! What kind of rubbish are you putting into the king's head? Now he's off to stare at fish guts. You know the legends. Disaster will befall our land the year the king sees Nashira's catch.
You and your myths. Tell it to the cloud gulls, old man. Besides, I didn't put anything in Khan's head. He's always been like that. Later.
Sir Gibari?
So help me, the next rod that boy sees won't be the kind you fish with. Where did I go wrong?
Sir Gibari!
Ah, Zelsica. What's the matter? Who do we have here? I see. Well, I admit I've heard of this Baelheit fellow. His idea of promachinating every continent is certainly an outlandish one.
I know, sir. And he's using powerful mechanical weapons called Machina Arma to make it happen. The Quaestor believes it will be difficult to stop him without the assistance of each nation's leader.
The Quaestor? You mean Severus?
Will you help us?
Certainly it would be unlike Diadem to deny anyone help. But matters of foreign policy require King Ladekhahn's judgment.
So you'll help us if King Ladekahn agrees to it.
Gladly.
Those two that ran off earlier were the king and your son?
Yes, my idiot son, Gibari. Thanks to him, King Ladekahm's picked up all sorts of unkingly habits. I'm embarrassed to say, those two are always on the loose like that. If only the king were more regardful of his position.
Sagi, shall we go after him?
Yeah, good idea. Sir Rambari, with your leave, we'd like to go after King Ladekahn.
Of course. You'd be doing me a favor. Please, bring the king and that blasted Gibari back. I'll come meet you once I've finished practice with the knights.
Thank you, sir. If you'll excuse us then.
Sagi, I nearly forgot. If you're going to Nashira, be careful. They think outsiders... forgive me. It's just... they don't take kindly to folk from other lands. There's a saying, the coming of visitors heralds a poor catch.
I'll be mindful of that. So this is the Lesser Celestial River.
Look at those currents. I don't suppose a person could just swim across.
Why don't you jump in? Let's see if winches float.
You first, dingbat. If we're lucky, your mouth will rust shut.
All right, enough.
There they are! Look, Sagi! Isn't that King Ladekahn and the other boy?
Aw, look, Gib. We'll never get across with these currents. Why couldn't we save time and take the cloud passage like everyone else?
Take it easy, Khan. The cloud passage is unstable this time of year. You can't walk because the road's all broken up. Trust me, the Lesser Celestial River is way faster.
Really?
Hey, which one of us used to be a fisherman? The rivers and roads here are like my backyard.
Okay, but how do we cross?
That's where this thing comes in. It's for making clouds. The fishermen of Nashira use it to move between the Lesser Celestial River and the Cloud Passage while they look for the best spot to fish.
I get it. So wherever we can't cross, we just take a detour through the cloud passage. That's pretty smart. For you.
For you, my ass. Let's give this thing a spin, huh? Here we go. Huh? What's wrong with it? Spin! Damn it! Spin! Spin!
Gib, are you sure you know how to work that thing?
Oh, of course I do. There. See? It's all taken care of.
the clouds here?
They're so fluffy. What an unsettling place.
A highway of clouds. Places like this make you realize how big the world really is.
Hey, look! Over there! Imperial soldiers!
What are they doing here?
Gibari didn't say anything about it.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Let's hurry. We have to catch up to the king.